Welcome in my class. I am Dr. Madhumita Dandapat Patro from Department of Chemistry of Acharya Prafulla Chandra College. My today's topic is solid waste management. So what is solid waste? Solid waste is the unwanted or useless solid materials generated from human activities in residential, industrial or commercial areas. It is responsible for land pollution in urban and industrial areas. So the important term is solid waste is generated from human activities. This is a picture of solid waste dumped in an open area. Next is categories of waste. They may be organic, such as kitchen waste, waste from food preparation, combustible, paper, wood, dried leaves, non-combustible, metal, stone, toxic waste, chemicals, pesticides, fertilizers, etc. Recyclable, paper, glass, plastic, ashes or dust, maybe construction waste, rubble, roofing, broken concrete, maybe hazardous waste, such as medicinal waste, industrial waste, hospital waste, maybe dead animals, maybe bulky waste such as tree branches, tires, etc. Maybe soiled waste, hospital waste such as cloth soiled with blood and other body fluids. Next is the sources of solid waste. Residences, industries, commercial places, institutions, as well as construction and demolition areas are the major source of solid waste. Another source is treatment plant and sites. Heavy and light manufacturing plant also produce solid waste. They include refineries, power plant, mineral extraction plant, chemical plant. Another major contributor is agriculture. Crop farm, dairies, vineyards, feedlots are also sources of solid waste. Biomedical sources refer to hospitals and biomedical equipment and chemical manufacturing firm. Another major contributor is municipal services. India generates 1,50,000 tons of municipal solid waste per day. Out of them, 83% is collected and only 30% is treated. So the uncollected municipal solid waste littered in the city and find its way to the nearby drains and water bodies, causing choking as well as pollution of the surface water. According to the record, it will increase up to 4 lakh tons by 2025. So what is solid waste management? Solid waste management is a term that is used to refer to the process of collecting and treating solid waste. It also offers solution for recycling items that do not belong to trash or garbage. So what can we do? We can reduce production of solid waste. We can reuse some of them as well as we can recycle them. Mainly plastic, paper, glass, etc. recycled. So these 3 R is very important: reduce, reuse and recycle for the management of solid waste. This is a waste management cycle. What we can do, we can collect the waste, then transport it to a place where some of them can be recovered. After that, recycling and disposal is done, and we can analyze some of the waste. This table indicates type of litter and their approximate degenerate time. Organic waste, a week or 2. Paper, 10 to 30 days. Cotton cloth, 2 to 5 months. Wood, 10 to 15 years. Woolen items, 1 year. Tin, aluminium and metal cans, 100 to 500 years. Plastic bags, maybe 1 million years. glass bottles, undetermined. Effects of poor solid waste management. Litter surroundings. Due to improper waste disposal system, particularly by municipal waste management team, waste heaps up and become a menace which affect the environment and the community. Impact on human health. Improper waste disposal can affect the health of the population living nearby the polluted area. The health of waste disposal workers are also at a greater risk. Exposure to waste that handled improperly can cause skin irritations, respiratory problems, blood infection, growth problem, and even reproductive issues. Disease causing pest. Dumping of waste material forces biodegradable material to rot and decompose under improper, unhygienic, and uncontrolled conditions. After a few days of decomposition, a foul smell is produced and it becomes a breeding ground for different types of disease causing insects as well as infectious organisms. It also spoils the aesthetic value of the area. Environmental problem. Solid waste from industries are a source of toxic metals, hazardous wastes, chemicals. When released to the environment, the solid waste can cause biological and physiochemical problem to the environment that may affect or alter the productivity of the soil in that particular area. Soil and groundwater pollution. Toxic material, chemicals may seep into the soil and pollute the groundwater. Emission of toxic gases. When hazardous waste like pesticides, batteries containing lead, mercury, or zinc, cleaning solvent, radioactive material, e-waste, and plastic mixed up with paper and other non-toxic waste and burned together, they produce dioxins, furans, polychlorinated biphenyls, and other gases. These toxic gases have the potential of causing various diseases, including cancer. Impact on land and aquatic animals. Our carelessness with our waste and garbage also affects animals, and they suffer the effects of pollution caused by improperly disposal of waste and rubbish. Consuming styrofoam and cigarette butts have been known to cause death in marine animals. So, what are the methods of solid waste management? Sanitary landfill. This is the most popular solid waste disposal method used today. Garbage is basically spread out in thin layers, compressed, and covered with soil and plastic foam. Modern landfills are designed in such a way that the bottom of the landfill is covered with an impervious liner, which is usually made of several layers of thick plastic and sand. The liner protects the groundwater from being contaminated because of leaching or percolation. When the landfill is full, it is covered with layers of sand, clay, topsoil, and gravel to prevent seepage of water. It requires a large area. Next method is incineration. This method involves the burning of solid waste at high temperature until the waste are turned into ashes. Incinerators that recycle heat energy through furnace and boiler are called waste to energy plants. These are very expensive, but it can reduce volume of the solid waste up to 30 to 40%. Recovery and recycling. We can recover some of the solid waste and recycle them, mainly plastic, glass bottles, aluminium, steel, paper, etc. are recycled. Next method is composting. Due to lack of adequate space for landfills, biodegradable yard waste is allowed to decompose in a medium designed for the purpose. Only biodegradable waste material are used in composting. It is a biological process in which microorganisms, especially fungi and bacteria, convert degradable organic waste into substances like humus. The finished product, which looks like soil, is high in carbon and nitrogen. Good quality, environmentally friendly manure is formed from the compost. That is an excellent medium for growing plants and can be used for agricultural purposes. Pyrolysis. In this method, solid waste are chemically decomposed by heat without the presence of oxygen. It usually occurs under pressure and at temperature of up to 430 degrees centigrade. Solid waste are changed into gases, solid residue of carbon and ash, and small quantities of liquid. Composting and pyrolysis are environment friendly methods. This is a picture of waste processing plant. At first, waste is collected and then it is delivered to the plant. After that, from waste processing plant we can have fuel and energy. So how can we manage waste at home? We can keep separate container for dry and wet waste in the kitchen. We can keep plastic from the kitchen clean and dry and drop into the dry waste bin. We can arrange glass and plastic containers of food matter before discarding them. We can keep a paper bag for throwing sanitary waste. Rules and regulations associated with solid waste management are Biomedical Waste Management and Handling Rule 1998, Municipal Solid Waste Management and Handling Rule, Plastic Waste Management and Handling Rule 2011, E-Waste Management and Handling Rule 2011. So, what are the challenges? Lack of infrastructure, lack of human resources, insufficient budget for solid waste management, limitation of technology, lack of participation in waste segregation at source due to low awareness, low waste collection fee, policy for solid waste management. In 2015, government made it mandatory to use waste plastic for road construction. The technology to reuse plastic waste to construct better, more durable and very cost-effective roads was developed by Professor Rajagopalan Vasudevan, an Indian scientist who has worked mainly in waste management. So, if we can overcome our challenges, it will lead to Swachh Bharat. Thank you for your kind attention.